Okay, so let's talk about the first cluster. We have the Eight of Swords as well as the Six of Swords, okay? So both of these two appearing next to each other indicates to me a situation where we have as many reasons to stay as we do to go. And a lot of the times, the reason why we stay is it's not real love reasons or it's not real practical reasons. It's just excuses that we make for ourselves to keep ourselves in the current predicament, okay? And it's also like a lot of fear based energies that is keeping you stuck, that is keeping you from moving on. And I feel that for a lot of you, this is a situation where, there is some type of rift. It could be, a falling out between people, between two friends, or between significant relationship partners as well. One person is moving away, possibly, a romantic interest with children. One person is being weaned out of your life, and you don't know why. You don't have the answers just yet, and you're kept waiting in suspense, and you feel as if they're going to come back. But I feel as though whoever that has chosen to walk away, if it's you or the other person, you knew that the change is irreversible, and it's just something that has to be done, okay? So the Six of Swords traditionally deals with moving away from a troublesome situation into smoother, safer waters, calmer waters. In this situation, I feel that it is something that is going to serve the greater good for both party involved, okay? So unfortunately, you might not see the truth of that, or you might not have all the answers you need as to why it has to happen this way. But I do feel in your hearts of hearts, you knew that it needed to happen so that you both can wean yourselves away from one another, because it doesn't feel like it's completely healthy. Um, the Eight of Swords also indicates situations where we are stuck, okay? Somebody might be coming to see you. Somebody might be re-entering your life, but you're not in a position right now where you can do anything about it, okay? So this can play out in a myriad of ways, but I do feel that there's a lot of fear associated with both of these cards. So just make sure you keep yourself grounded and happy, and, don't think negatively, especially for this month, Virgos. This is going to be a good month for you. So the second cluster that we're dealing with is the Ten of Pentacles as well as the Five of Pentacles. I feel a lot of you are getting, some type of separation or divorce is coming back in here. So we're going from a 10 to a 5, and a 10 to a 5 is basically dividing up assets. Okay, there might be real estate situations involved. There might be some inheritances divided up between siblings, family members, and things like that. So I feel like for a lot of you, you might get half of the assets. And this can also be a divorce, just straight divorce, where assets are being divvied up between people straight down the middle, and it seems fair. I feel though the way that the 10 is, it's a 7-3. So you have 7 on this side, 3 on this side. And I feel like the way the assets are divided up, it seems as if it's not fair to you or the other relationship partner. So there might be multiple rounds of negotiations that needs to come in order to rectify the situation, in order to balance it, or at least to create a sense of balance in how things are being divided up, okay? In terms of your work situation, this is also true when it comes to if somebody is not doing their job, and this is in your work environment. If somebody has been slacking off and not pulling their weight, I feel like they're possibly being cast out of that work environment, okay? So just make sure, I don't feel that as a Virgo, it's going to be you. I don't feel that it's going to be you, but the situation is being corrected so that people are held accountable for the things that they do, for the things that they contribute, okay? So people who aren't meant to be, who are not pulling their weight, will be cast out of this work environment. But likewise, I feel like it's more of a family-oriented card. It deals with karma as well with the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like some karmic relationship in your life has ended, and you're dealing with the financial sorting out as the result of that situation ending, okay? Especially Virgos, and I've been feeling this for you. If you're in an environment where a lot of work is imposed upon you, I feel that you're going to be adequately rewarded for all of your hard work, and people that have not been pulling their weight have been reneging or dumping responsibilities on you. They're being called out for it and potentially even cast out of the work environment. So not to worry, it looks very, very stable and it looks very good. In terms of what's coming in, and I feel like this is more your emotional life, we have the Two of Swords and the Five of Cups. So a lot of you are still missing a person from your past. And because you're missing the person from your past, you're not able to see your future and you're not able to see the abundance that is trying to come through for you. Okay. And it's no, it was this, I'm doing this in February. So February 22nd, you had a full moon. And I feel that the full moon brought about a lot of emotional cleansing for you. And the full moon is when, our emotional state demands attention. And we have to sort out, and especially for your sign, you have to sort out what it is that you want, what is it that you desire, what it is that you can't absolutely, who it is that you can't absolutely live without. And I feel as a result of it, there was this major longing in your hearts, and you want a certain person, but you know it's not going to work out, or you feel like there's some difficulties in trying to get that situation off the ground. But deep down, there is this very deep-rooted, intense yearning for something from your past, and it almost feels as if you're immobilized by fear. It almost feels as if you're kind of paralyzed by the strength of your feelings, okay? And it makes you uncomfortable, I feel, but whatever the situation is, and also I'm going to do the love reading later, but I feel like this is intense longing, missing somebody. For a lot of you, somebody might have crossed over, and I feel like it could have happened within the past 6 months. Within the past 6 months here, the Six of Swords is a very spiritual card. This is like, like that. It's like somebody going on a journey, but they're leaving this realm and they're going somewhere where they can't be reached. And I feel that with this passing, a lot of you might be dealing with some, potentially a family member passing away within the past 6 months, and you're dividing up assets and you're still dealing with the loss and things like that. Or you might be in a position where practical things have to be taken care of as a result of estate planning or whatever it is that the other person left behind in their wake. And you're not emotionally, you're too emotionally distraught that you don't want to deal with it, which is fine. Take all the time that you need. But I definitely feel some type of a stalemate situation where you don't want to deal with it just yet. In terms of the fourth cluster here, this is basically your emotional state in a more spirited way. So this is like drives, ambitions, and things like that. First of all, Virgos, you are not getting enough sleep. We have Nine of Swords, which is a lot of emotional, mental anguish. It deals with regrets. It deals with worries, anxieties coming in potentially from a fire sign. Okay, and fire signs are Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. There is a fire sign around you that wants things a certain way, and I feel like you both are not working harmoniously with one another. They can be, usually I feel like this is somebody possibly with children, depending on male or female, but I feel like it's somebody who might be a maternal or a paternal figure. It is somebody that has a little bit of life experience under their belt, and as a fire sign, I feel that it indicates somebody who's very strong-willed, and they've been through a lot as well. So I feel like they know what they want, and some demands are being placed upon you. And I feel like this person is external to you and is bringing you some pains and some anxieties, okay? And you're not really sure where you stand, and you're not really sure how to handle this situation. On top of that, some demands are being placed upon you, and you're dealing with some grief from the past, so you're not in a position right now to make any clear-cut decisions for yourself, okay? So the bottom row here talks about advice and the path that you're supposed to take in order for you to get the outcome that you want, or in order for you to be happier and in alignment with where you're supposed to be headed in this life. Okay, this is what the universe wants you to do, and this is what's going to really help you overcome all of these obstacles and all of these problems. First of all, we have the Prince of Cups, and the Prince of Cups is considered, the Knight of Cups in the traditional tarot, in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. And then you have the Nine of Cups, which is the Wish card, as well as the Hermit. So, first of all, I feel that one of the things that you have to do for this month is to find joys in the people that care about you. Okay, so this isn't a month for you to go out and branch out and date new people. This is more the month for you, even though that's great too. But I feel like you're a little bit broken. I feel that you're a little bit broken, and in order to unglue yourself from this state of sadness and grief and longing and missing and things like that, don't distract yourself by going on dates with random people and sleeping around and things like that. I don't feel that you're doing that, but I do sense that don't rely on a physical connection to emotionally fulfill you, because that's not going to work. And at the same time, you want to be around people that make you feel good about yourself. This is about family members, friends who are really appreciative of you. This is more of a lighthearted social interaction, mingling, and also interacting with people in a way that is very positive, okay? This isn't about, getting yourself stuck with somebody and that relationship has always been like a heavy emotional experience. Take a break from it and try to find a little bit more of a lighthearted energy that will come through for you through, more acquaintances, social interactions with people and who are different from you. At the same time, what I do feel here is, first of all, you have an offer coming in, and I feel like greatly it is friendship, support, and love, okay? It is showing up here as the Knight of Cups. So I feel like there is an offer on the table for you, and it makes you feel quite good. I don't feel like this is a water sign. I don't sense that. Not with this card. I don't feel that. Normally, when I see the Knight of Cups, I usually say that it is a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But in this regard, I feel like it is something tangible, something that you can lean on. There is the person in your life that has feelings for you or has been very supportive of you. And I feel like they're making a comeback into your life. And this is somebody that makes you very happy. And I feel like you know who it is, and you know that they make you very happy. And I feel like with all the cups energy, they make you feel happy in a way that your soul yearns for them. So if you've had like heavy, emotionally draining relationships, you were happy, but it was draining because you're working at cross purposes with one another. And if you've had like physically gratifying relationships, I don't feel that you're very happy because you were constantly afraid that the other person was stepping out of the relationship. But I feel like there's another person here that is making you feel very happy on a very soul level. I feel like institutions, educational institution, offices, something like that, somebody that is linked into the work that you do, some type of institution. It could be school, it could be work. It's like I feel like it's somebody that makes you feel good. And I feel like feelings are being hidden in this regard. Either they're not forthcoming with their feelings, or you're not forthcoming with your feelings, because it might be too soon for you to start new things, but you feel very safe and secure with this person. I'm getting like a very close, safe environment. And I feel that they've been through a lot in their lives, and they are kind of like cold, and they seem very aloof, very cold. Look at the background on this person. It's like perpetual winter that this person is living in. So a lot of you might be dealing with somebody like a sign that was born in the winter months. So possibly Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, even Scorpio. So, water sign, even Scorpio. So I feel like they've been through a lot. and they don't reveal themselves very easily. They put up with a lot of hardships. And I feel like you see the strength in their character. You see that, and you feel like, wow, this person, if I were to get involved with them, for example, is going to drastically change my life. Am I ready for that? Well, the advice here is I feel that you are. And well, the universe believes that you are, and the universe wants you to focus on this feeling, this warmth, as you go through this month and you're dealing with, dividing up assets. You're dealing with like missing somebody, grief, and all of these things. The universe wants you to focus on this feeling. Who is it that makes you feel very elated? Who is it that makes you feel as if you're home, as if you found shelter in the storm, from the storm, and you're in a warm, cozy environment? And who is it that you want to share this warm, cozy environment with? I feel like there is somebody in your midst who have had a very, very rough life, and they're trying to find shelter as well. And I feel like they're circulating around you. You want to invite them in, and the advice here is to do it. Okay? Do it. Find shelter from the storm. You're not in survival mode anymore, and you are going to be able to attract the right love relationship to you if you just open up a little bit and reveal how you feel. So I feel like some hidden feelings, hidden agendas coming through. It could be because you're not ready yet, and I feel like for a lot of you, you might be reassessing whether or not the other person is interested in you. So I feel like you're missing somebody significant, and they might still be hovering around you, okay? Oh, so now we're going to do the love reading. So hopefully I can flesh out some of the energies here. So what is in store for Virgos for love, March 2016? You have the Ace of Cups, Virgos. It's a very good card. So once again, with this deck, I am not going to read reversals. It's just pretty... I'm going to read the pictures as well as, impressions I get from the cards. Let me separate them. So love and work. Love in a work environment. You want to be careful about that, okay? Office romances. The Hermit is coming up again. So that's your card. And your card shows up twice now. So it's basically follow your intuition. If you are dealing with somebody and you're not really sure how they feel about you, chances are if you like them and you think about them all the time, they're probably feeling the same way. So it's basically things are being reciprocated, okay? I feel like a mirroring effect between two people, and just follow your gut instincts. I'm actually going to pull out one more card because we have the Ten of Swords here, which is not a great card. Okay. All right, so let's see this situation. I'm like almost tempted. Yeah, I'm going to pull out another card. So you get 7. Mainly because it's just the way this is, it's weird. So let's talk about this situation here. First of all, we have the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is basically a new start in love, in emotional fulfillment, okay? A lot of you, when it shows up in the center of the spread, it means you have somebody in mind. A lot of you are feeling as if you want something new in your life. You are craving emotional stability. You are craving new love. And usually it indicates wanting somebody immensely. And this is like, going back to the yearning and the longing and the sleepless nights that I was feeling. I feel like on a soul level, you know who you're supposed to be with and you know who's good for you. And I feel like you were distracting yourself, waiting for this person to come around, or waiting for things to get off the ground. And you were distracting yourself and looking for love in all the wrong places, is what I'm feeling. And this is the month in which you're getting a little bit more, well, a lot more spiritual insights. And you're getting to, you can't deny your feelings any longer. And you're getting spiritual insights to tell you, what is it, Virgos, that your heart desires? Because whatever it is, you need to go for it. But you're shy and you're scared. You're very shy and you're very scared, and it's understandable. So this is somebody who is like slinking away from conflict, and this is somebody who is just afraid of rejection, afraid of starting new. They're afraid, and they've been waiting out in the cold for quite some time, and they don't know what it means to love anymore. I also feel that I also feel for a lot of you, you have a divorce, separation in your past, okay? It's linked up with the Ten of Swords, which means the end of a cycle. You can't go back to this situation, but it left a big scar in your heart. And as a result of it, you're slinking away from new love, and you're also shying away from getting out there. A lot of you might be literally the hermit, where you're kind of work and home, and there's very little social interactions or even very little interactions with other people. So you want to try to change this as much as you can, because keeping yourself in isolation can be it can make you ill. So just, mental energies can manifest negatively as physical ailments. So be careful about this, Virgos. I feel like, we've all been through hardships, and within the past 6 months, even, you were going through the brunt of it. It's done and over. This is shown up in the past, and this is the foundation. So you're still recoiling or trying to heal from this disappointment, and, feeling stabbed in the back, feeling as if someone doesn't want you, and feeling rejected. Okay, so you're still dealing with this residual energy, and it's coloring the way you are looking at this situation, because we have something very positive coming through, which is new love. I feel like for a lot of you, it is somebody that you're working with, somebody who is in your work environment, because with the Three of Pentacles here, I also feel there might be three people involved. So you might have two people that you're contemplating between. One of them you really like, the other one can be just exciting. But either way, I'm feeling there are three people, so potentially you could be interested in somebody who has somebody else, or there is I feel like some secrets. You're holding on to your feelings very, very protectively. First of all, because you've been hurt. Second of all, because it's a work environment and you want to compartmentalize. You don't want to mix business with pleasure, which is, it's great. But at the same time, I feel like you're missing out on a specific person, because this is like great, great love. It comes, it rarely comes twice in a lifetime. So you might want to get out of that space and try to pursue this, okay? For a lot of you, what I'm sensing is there's a lot of pain and conflict from your past that is coloring or affecting your ability to date, to trust people, to open yourselves up emotionally. I feel like a lot of you have been wounded, and you're a little bit jaded and bitter. Wouldn't say bitter, because I feel like you're not bitter. I feel like you're just jaded, and you're just at this point doubting, is 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 that great love ever going to come my way? Well, it's on the horizon. It's right there, actually. Um, I pulled out two more cards just to clarify this situation, okay? And we have the Knight of Swords as well as the World card. For a lot of you, the pain and the heartache, possibly separation, might be caused by an air sign. So this is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. I feel that with the World card, it indicates some major transformations within your life. I feel for a lot of you, somebody's coming through for you. So it's like this. If you haven't been dealing with an air sign, there is an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, coming through for you. And the only thing that is preventing you from getting together with them is emotional baggage. And the emotional baggage seems to be coming from your end. I feel like physically you're ready. There's some really strong sense of, I almost feel like damsel in distress, but it's almost like playing out in a comical manner where she doesn't really need help, she's the world. But she plays on his need to feel manly. So there's some type of flirtation. There's very strong attraction between the two, but there is baggage that needs to work through. And it's a sword energy, so I feel like it might be them, but I feel like a lot of you, just because of your own spread earlier, you have to work through some baggage in order for you both to come together. Once you do come together, you are going to have a very emotionally fulfilling experience. And you are going to have to pursue this person, because I feel like if the baggage is coming from your end, then they're already galloping towards you. You have to meet them there. And between this energy, this is a major arcana, and this is also like a court card, but it's a minor arcana. You have more, the ball is pretty much in your court. You have more power of manifestation. So they're only galloping towards you, but you have to overcome this baggage in order to get into their sphere of influence and to create something positive from it, okay?